Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brian and you are watching Game Brigade, and today we're diving into Marvel Zombies, a zombicide game brought to you by CMON on Kickstarter. We're going to be talking about my thoughts about this campaign, some of the things I like or some of the things I don't like about it. If you have any questions about backing this game, maybe you're really hyped about it, or maybe you're kind of on the fence about it, this video is for you to kind of help you make your best decision backing this game going forward. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so right off the bat, we're still day one at $3.2 million. Congratulations to CMON and 12,000 backers. So Marvel Zombies is the new zombicide game for the 50th anniversary or 50th created game, I guess you would say, for CMON. And they wanted to do something special. And I was so hyped for Marvel Zombies. One, I'm a big Marvel fan. I hate saying that because it's like kind of a newer thing, I guess. I don't know. I watched 90s X-Men, so I'm kind of down with this kind of art style and whatnot. But I've been really resurgent into Marvel. So when I heard this was announced, I was super stoked. But there's some differences with this one comparatively to other Zombicide games that I think people should be aware of. Maybe it's a positive thing or maybe it's a negative thing. And if you aren't aware, this is going to help you to know now. So currently, there are two pledges that we need to be aware of that are pretty important for Marvel Zombies. The first one is the core game, and that one is the Undead Pledge. And the Undead Pledge is so unique because you will play as the zombie heroes. So in normal Zombicide games, you play as the hero and you are fighting against zombie hordes as you're searching for items, getting loot, getting stronger, and eventually defeating the horde in whatever scenario you're doing. So this is going to be different because now, instead of playing against the zombies, you are the zombie. And so players will be taking control of these zombie characters. Let me scroll down to them right here. So we have Zombie Captain America, Zombie Deadpool, Zombie Wasp, Iron Man, Captain Marvel, and Hulk. I think they did a pretty good job on selecting 6 characters in terms of who I think would be fun to play. I like all of them. Captain America is my dude. I think Deadpool will be a fan favorite. Captain Marvel, I also have always enjoyed Captain Marvel. So I really enjoy these characters. But 6 is pretty limited for a retail box. Like, this is currently the retail expansion. If you were to buy this at the store, this is what you're going to get. So 6. So usually when we're looking at CMON games, the biggest thing that we're always looking for is the added value in the Kickstarter. This is one of the things CMON is known for, is the stretch goals. What are we going to add to this game to enhance it, to make it best, to make it be worth the value there? So that sounded so weird. So right now, but right off the bat though, 6 for base game, kind of weak. If we scroll down though, you can see some of the characters. These are characters I believe that you're going to be trying to eat, the bystanders, which I think is so weird to me. I don't know. It's so backwards in my head. So you can see some of the characters, Wong, Mary Jane, Betty Ross, Agent Coulson, they're all here. Again, normally in a CMON game, we will see these in stretch goals. I think there's going to be a difference in this campaign. I might be wrong, but we're going to keep scrolling down. And then you are going to be facing against in this. And so instead of facing against other zombies, you're actually be facing against SHIELD troopers. So SHIELD is going to be sent out to stop you from obviously eating all the people. So you have these standard SHIELD troopers here, which I think they have some good, poses here. The shield guard, which I think this mini just looks really cool. Really like this armored guard. And then you have the specialists here, kind of like a runner. I mean, these are pretty standard zombicide trope troopers, units, I guess you would say. So there you go. But then another cool twist, which I think is awesome here, is then they have the enemy superheroes. And this is going to be kind of a meld between the two game modes I was going to talk about. You have the hero modes here. So we have Spider-Man, Thor, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, Miss Marvel, and Black Panther. And these characters are going to be basically working with SHIELD against you as the zombie heroes. Okay? So that's that. and you're going to be playing against New York. You're going to be playing on the New York tiles. We have all these tiles for New York, but we have this cross compatibility mode. This is what I want to talk about. All of the cards that are for one thing. So in one mode, we play as the heroes, and in another mode, we play as the zombie heroes. And all of the characters can be cross transferred to the other mode, which I think is probably the strongest reason for getting both, or the strongest reason for some of the stretch goals in this game. So what that means is this Spider-Man here, he's a hero. Well, I can't play him as a hero because right now he's technically an enemy. But if you scroll down here to Marvel Zombies, where their hero mode is active, you could play Spider-Man here with these heroes. So this is the X-Men Marvel Zombies, the X-Men Resistance. And in this mode, you are now playing as the heroes fighting against traditional standard zombies. Now, plus some. Now, to me, when I heard about Marvel Zombies, this is the game that I wanted originally. I wanted to play as a hero facing against massive brutes and different types of zombies, and having the opportunity of facing potentially hero zombies, which all of that is included in the X-Men Resistance. So let me give you an example. So we have our characters here. I love the characters of Storm, Mystique, Wolverine, Rogue. All of these are great classic X-Men heroes. Scroll on down. We've got some of these same characters. These ones can help us. These bystanders can actually help us. And then we come on down a little further, and we have the zombie walkers. These are the traditional walkers that we are going to be facing against. You got multiple man, just a bunch of multiple man. That's all we need. Just the same guy, just multiples of them. We have the Reaver Brutes, which this, I don't know what this is. Excuse me. But this is really stupid looking to me. I don't know. Someone in the comment section, what is this? And then we have these runners. But if we come on down, we have the zombie heroes. So we have Iceman, Juggernaut, Cyclops. These are Dark Phoenix. This is super great. All these characters are zombie versions. So these are playable in the zombie mode as heroes if you have the other version. So I think that's really cool, the cross compatibility of the both. And I think that's going to be the biggest play for most people are going to be buying both boxes for this pledge. And so if I were to do anything, that would be the Resistance pledge here at $240. So if we come on down, this is also played on the X-Men tiles. We hope to see some more stuff here. And if you scroll on down, the final pledge that we have available right now is the Galactus the Devourer. And this one has a standard version and a zombie version, as you can see here. And to be honest, I am not in love with the Galactus. I'm sure if I had him, I'd like him. But the price of what we're looking at the pledge just for Galactus at $410 seems steeper than I want to pay, personally. I felt like this is one of those items that like makes you feel like it's needed, but I really don't want it. If we went back to CMON's last campaign, which was Masters of the Universe, they had a similar item that was the Gray Skull, Castle Gray Skull. Another just large piece of plastic that was $100, cheaper than this. And I also felt like, man, I just didn't need that. I didn't want it. And I do think there is value here. If you were to ask me, Brian, is there resale value with the Galactus the Devourer? Is there a reason, like, am I going to lose money? I don't think you're going to lose money, but it might be harder to sell this than I think it would be to sell other things. And I could be dead wrong. Cthulhu Death May Die had a very large, stupid Cthulhu, massive stupid Cthulhu, but that was limited. But that sells for bonkers online. So people are kind of hoping that this kind of plays on the same line. I mean, you could take your chance with that. I'm not necessarily in love with it, so I will not be backing it. But you will be getting a bunch of scenarios regarding Galactus, which would probably be kind of cool. And I think the biggest bum thing that I'm out on is that you'd be losing out on the Silver Surfer. I think the Zombie Surfer looks super cool. I really like this design. But yeah, you're going to be missing out on those. But I'm not too worried about it. But that's neither here nor there. So let's come on down. The biggest thing about CMON games are the stretch goals. What is going to be KX exclusive, Kickstarter exclusive? You can see this tag here, Kickstarter exclusive. While we were going down this entire list, nothing here other than Galactus is Kickstarter exclusive. So nothing else here. This is all retail, right? So if we come on down, now we're looking at the things is why should you back now? Should you back this now? And so we're going to be looking at these. And so what they're doing with this pledge or with this campaign is they're going to be doing daily unlocks. And they're using this daily bugle as the unlock method. And they're having a morning edition and an evening edition. So we should be getting 2 unlocks periods a day. And it looks like they're going to be doing multiple unlocks with each section. So we currently have the evening edition, which gives us Hero Iron Man, which means he's playable as a villain in the first mode or a hero in the X-Men mode. I'm not going to keep repeating that, but I just want to make sure I emphasize because it is giving you the hero piece, the ID card, and the spawn card. Then we have Wasp, and so obviously these two are from the core set. They're taking the zombie versions and making them human. Sabretooth. Then we have zombie versions of Miss Marvel and Rogue and Wolverine. So they are basically trying to cross-pollinate both game modes. And I think that's cool for right now. So that's all evening edition. And we will have to see if they're going to continue the trend of doing these 6 daily unlocks. Or are they going to cut us short and maybe doing only 2 a section? I don't know. So the morning edition will be coming soon. We'll have to see. And then they have the monetaril unlocks. Monetaril unlocks are generally what CMON does to generate a lot of hype and buzz for their campaigns, but they're normally in like 50 to 80K increments. And so you're just hitting them until you get to like the end. And then they start getting to 200,000, 400,000 increments where it gets a little harder to unlock. But that's like once everything is pretty much unlocked. So here we see that they are at 2 million for Luke Cage. We got 2 versions. I think Luke Cage is probably a weaker hero, in my opinion. But we have his versions. These are Kickstarter exclusive. And then at 2.5 million, we unlocked Beast. But we just got the hero version of Beast. And at 3 million, we then got the villain or the zombie version of Beast. So I think it's interesting that they chose to separate these and keep these the same. I thought that was interesting. But what it does show me, Winter Soldier could be the same thing. Are they going to do the Beast treatment? Is this going to be 3.5 million for Winter Soldier, then 4 million for zombie version? It makes me less excited about the potential Kickstarter exclusives. Right now, we don't have a lot of incentives, so it's hard to gauge truly the value of this, and we might have to do an update video later on. But right now, there's not a lot of value being seen with this, especially with the differences in these monetaril unlocks. It's really going to come on down to these daily bugle unlocks. So that's that. We also have optional buys. I expect we're going to have at least 2 to 3 more expansions, maybe even 4. So be prepared for that. And they usually range around $50 per expansion for a box of expansions. And what we also look for, this is a tip, is if a box doesn't have any Kickstarter exclusives in it, I would probably assume not to get it unless you're going to get the all-in. What CMON does to try to avoid this, though, is they try to put Kickstarter exclusive items inside expansions. Make them so if you want that item, this is exclusive to this specific Kickstarter expansion. Maybe it's 1 fig or something like that, but it's enough to try to hit your FOMO. So just be aware of see what is actually Kickstarter exclusive, because there might be a bunch of items and it'll say like, oh, down here, 1 item's Kickstarter exclusive. So just be aware of that. We don't have any other optional buys, but other than Galactus. At $180 for the size of this figure, it's not a totally bad price, but you can get pretty decent sized, statues or models that are fully painted for you for $75 to $150. So it's a little expensive, but it's a game piece. You're getting a lot more stuff for it. So I don't think the price is that bad. It's just the shipping on top of it. So let's go on down to shipping next. We're going to be looking at two-wave shippings options here for CMON games, which means if you want the game, the core game, early, you can pay to have that shipped out earlier, and then you'll get everything else with the second wave, which will be coming out, I think, in June. Yeah, June 2023. The first game, core game, will be released October 2022. And then when we come on down here, they have a good chart breaking down shipping costs. For most states, if you do two waves, which means you want, your core box first and then everything else second, $52, which is pretty high, or $35 for one. You can take a look at this. It's also on the campaign, so I'm not going to sit on here too long. But I did want to make sure I just brought up that shipping, these are estimates, but they're awfully high, unfortunately, for what we've seen historically in the past. And I know there's a lot of shipping stuff going on right now. But I just want people to be aware when we're evaluating our purchases, when is it better to buy it at retail or when is it better to buy it through Kickstarter? So we have to always assess these shipping costs and see is if what we're getting here worth the Kickstarter exclusives, or can I just buy this game at retail? So that's what I wanted to make sure you guys are aware of it, because the games are almost always cheaper retail anyways. This will also have VAT included. Not included. So you're going to have to pay VAT through the Pledge Manager if you are a European backer or a country that has VAT. So be aware of that. They're stating that pretty clearly up here. So let's go ahead and send it back to my face. So overall, what are my thoughts about Marvel Zombies? I was super hyped. I was way up here. I'm kind of down here, but I'm still going to get this game. It's just, in what method am I going to get this game? Am I going to get this at retail? What level will I get it at? This is all to be determined. I'm really wanting to see how the daily unlocks are going to progress, and I'm curious as to why they chose to do that. They knew this was going to be a big campaign, so maybe they were trying to figure out a way to kind of keep the stretch goals going for the long run. That's the only thing I could really think of. But I'm kind of tempered by it. So we'll see. Gameplay wise, I'm more excited about the X-Men Resistance version than I am the zombie version. I think the zombie version might be more fiddly than I'm wanting. And that's mostly because of the hunger method, constantly having to adjust your meter up and down based on the powers you have. So I think the zombie mode might be a little bit more fiddly. But it could also be a refreshing take on Zombicide. So it could easily be in someone's collection. If you have another version of Zombicide, say like Undead or Alive, and you have Marvel Zombies, they could be different enough that you could potentially own both. So that's my current take. I think we might need to do an update on this one. I'd like to know in the comment section down below if you guys think you need an update on this one, or if you guys just want my opinion. I've thought about doing some things like a last quarter, like a last 2 days quick update on what I'm thinking or where I'm at. But let me know. So that's it. This is Brian from Game Brigade. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to you all very soon. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brian, and you're watching Game Brigade. And la la la. What if I put that in the beginning of the thing? People would probably click the fuck off. Oh, look at my beard.